We use water ballast on the boat to increase the righting moment, but also to affect the trim. So the righting moment is how much the boat heels from side to side. The trim is the fore and aft balance of the boat. So our lateral middle ballast tanks are for righting moment. So we fill these up when we're reaching or going upwind. They are about 600 litres each, so they provide just over half a tonne of extra weight on the side of the boat to counteract the heeling moment of the sails. So the way we fill up all of our ballast tanks is using a scoop. So here, this is our scoop. You can see there's a piece of white tape on it that indicates which way round the scoop is facing. So the scoop is like a reverse snorkel. It drops down under the boat. If the white tape is facing forward, then as the snorkel effectively is facing forward, and as I'm going forward, water fires in and up into the tanks. If the scoop is the other way around, 180 degrees that way, then the snorkel is facing backwards, and as I'm sailing along, the water is drawn out of the tank through the movement of me sailing along. So to drop the scoop down, I just push it down and it drops to underneath the boat. And then when I'm not filling or emptying the tanks, it's really important to pull the scoop up and make sure it can't drop down on its own. Now, to select which tank I'm filling, I use these valves here. So I've got a gate valve on either side to allow me to fill either tank. And these valves are, actually they're mostly used in fish farming, interestingly, but commonly found on boats with water ballast as well. So the way these work is just to pull out the gate that way, and then that closes it there. So that allows me to fill or empty either side. And then if I'm tacking and I want to transfer the ballast from side to side, I open both gate valves, and this pipe here allows the water to flow from this tank to the tank downhill. Now, we also have two aft ballast tanks, both of which again are just over half a tonne of water. And the aft ballast tanks I use in big seas downwind to stop the bow from nosediving. So that's one of the problems that we have with the boat at the moment, is sometimes it kind of will catch up with a wave in front and bury the bow down into the wave in front. And so we move all of the weight back on the boat and fill the aft ballast tanks to keep the bow up in the air. Now, we fill those in the same way using the same scoop, but instead of opening the gate valves for the side tanks, we have a valve here which I open, and that allows water into the back of the boat. And then over on that side over there, you see there's a red and green string, and those strings operate the gate valves for either tank on either side, so that I can open and close those from the living accommodation without having to crawl into the back of the boat.